The health benefits of a pure vegetarian and vegan diet are dubious at best. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Higher carbohydrate intake, not meat and fat, note, was associated with an increased risk of total mortality. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That is exactly the opposite.
We know kids are now taking polypharmacy when it comes to amphetamines and antidepressants, and we know that more and more people are plant-based than ever. If you're not getting adequate protein and essential amino acids that are not present in plants,
you just lost all of your credibility, your channel, your YouTube channel. Just delete it.
In the community where people are having joint pain and challenges, probably because they're not getting collagen from eating a nose-to-tail animal-based omnivorous-style diet, because humans are omnivores.
Question is, am I going to issue a reaction video based upon someone splitting hairs using semantics and trying to make themselves sound actually more intelligent than me? No, I'm not going to issue a reaction video based upon that, and especially when they have a picture of me looking like a clown. So I'm not.
Hello again, YouTube vegans and Jordan Peterson fans too. It's another spontaneous video I got for you. I'm going to try to keep this on the short side because I know a lot of people don't like a lot of this information, but it's important stuff. And Jordan Peterson's always good for some entertainment.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The title of this video is Anti-Vegans Are Failing Up. What that term means is when you keep on failing and doing stuff that's just wrong, yet you continue to be more popular, more successful, more money. But at this level, it could make a difference. People could see what's going on, at least. And Jordan Peterson, he just put up this video just hours ago. I want to get on it just in case he deletes it. I'll tell you why. And just a few days ago, another YouTuber did a video about veganism. Well, he said you can't do it, I guess. It's not good. The disturbing thing is this guy whose name is Mike Mutzel from the channel High Intensity Health. Oh, yeah, that's it. This guy made a whole bunch of nutritional fallacies. What's disturbing is he has a degree in biology and an MS. Mike Mutzel M.S. People, I had to double check. MS, Master of Science. That's what that means, people. Check it out. He has an MS in clinical nutrition, and his video was so flawed that even his regular viewers, a whole bunch of just almost all negative comments. It's kind of embarrassing and disturbing for our society that this is the trend now. One comment, wow, I used to watch High Intensity Health all the time. I was really thrown back when he came up with this. That was last week, and now this week, we got Jordan Peterson here. We're going to be watching some of this video, and I'll try to keep my comments short. That is difficult to do, especially with this kind of thing, but I'm getting better at it with practice. Before I watched any of this, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be too disturbing to watch. But I was thinking, look at the comments and see, maybe his own audience may be criticizing this move of all people he's bringing onto his channel to interview. So I thought of looking at the comments, and yeah, that made me feel better to where I could watch the video. First comment, Pence is a career politician, for one thing. I love how 99% of Peterson's audience knows this is a horrible take. You know how I have been saying that anti-vegans, they're almost always also conservatives, right-wingers, of all people that he's bringing onto his channel. No, not that guy. No, but another guy. Very close. And Jordan fans continue to say, he's not conservative, he's just sensible. Yet he continues to associate in conservative right-wing circles and say the same talking points as them. And now look at what we have here. While we watch, I'm going to be having some plantains. And I got some cherries over there. Oh, that might keep me from talking too much. Just wait till you see this. Here's Jordan's opening, making himself look very professional. Bart has a similar, Bart K has a similar opening like this.
Hello, everyone watching and listening. Today, I'm speaking with former Vice President and now 2024 presidential candidate Mike PENCE. We discuss U.S. government overreach and the indoctrination of our youngest citizens, how parents are being purposefully alienated from their children via ideological capture.
Wait. Oh, my mouth's full. He said ideological capture of people's children. I prefer the correct pronunciation, ideological. That's what he's trying to say. No, he's not trying to say that. He's Canadian, so he's got more elitist way of talking. Ideological, as in ideas for how people should live. Ideological capturing of children, as opposed to actual capturing of children that Mike Pence's administration was involved in at the border.
The realistic way forward on the Russia-Ukraine front, the loss of international respect due to our current administration.
It's fine for Pence to talk about that because he's a politician. But Jordan Peterson here, once again, as usual, stepping out of his expertise, just like he says crazy stuff about diet.
Ukraine front, the loss of international respect due to our current administration.
Opposite land. It is Pence's administration that gave loss of respect, and they were physically laughing at us. Well, no, they were laughing at the president. They were feeling sorry for us.
And how we might finally stabilize a nation wrought with cultural warfare.
If you look at all his videos, he's in a war with wokeism, which is a higher level, more evolved, thinking more about our actions affecting things like climate change, which he probably denies.
Yes, Mr. Vice President, it's quite the honor. So what made you decide to take the risk, let's say, or grab the advantage or the opportunity to do a podcast with me?
Well, Jordan, just thanks for having me on. I've been an admirer of yours for a number of years. Was turned on to your work by my kids, a few of whom you met on the trail, and so it's good with you. Look, the decision to run for the highest office in the land is one that no American would ever take lightly, and my family and I have given great thought, great prayer, and deliberation.
Even most conservatives hate this guy. Donald supporters, they hate him now because he, and they used to like him though because, this guy is the epitome of what we hate in politicians. Check this out. Watch as I skip forward 5 seconds at a time.
20 years, I was a leader of House conservatives in some total of that 20 years of serving as president. As I've traveled around the country over the last 2 years, it's clear to me that Joe Biden and the radical...
Hey, Joe Biden, radical, Joe Biden.
Woke, anti-milk, pro-soy, anti-beef eating liberals. Woke.
This isn't a joke.
Woke agenda.
Troll-like army of pathological followers.
Joe, radical left.
Joe Biden and the radical...
Joe Biden is the opposite of radical. We would like radical. We got stuck with Joe Biden because, it's a popular vote competition with a huge amount of people. So we get watered down presidents usually.
The left have weakened America.
How so?
And we need new leadership.
The word we have is that he was playing golf when it happened.
You're fired, referring to Donald Trump.
Fired.
And in the White House, that'll set this country back on a path of a strong national defense, of
which we have. They always lie about that.
Limited government,
limited government, except for the military. We're going to blow that one out of proportion.
Commitment to freedom and to traditional values.
Whatever.
And it's in response to that. It's in the belief.
When politics gets radically interesting, something has gone dreadfully wrong. Like, I'd rather see something approximating a sane and normative administration than a continual, exciting, even hyper-charismatic battle.
Notice he's not really saying anything. He's so busy thinking up big words that he's not really saying what he's talking about. Like details. Give an example. So right here, Jordan Peterson fucks up with his own people. And we've seen a lot of conservatives doing this lately. It's like they got the idea, we can't go too far. Nothing hurts. It only helps. Failing up. Bad publicity is the best publicity on the internet.
And I'm not someone that looks back. We could stop that conversation. But, there was a season after World War I, a Republican ticket stepped forward. Literally, their message was a return to normalcy. President Calvin Coolidge, he was someone that balanced budgets. He cut taxes. He oversaw an incredible time of American prosperity.
Same with Bill Clinton. But notice he had to go back 100 years to find times where Republican leadership produced good results. And I was just thinking, I was saying that Republicans are always either going forward, projecting forward, or projecting backwards to make their points. Here's something interesting. And I was just thinking about, why is it that Pence goes on this psychologist YouTube channel? It's because Peterson's not playing psychologist anymore. He's in the Republican politics. And he only wants to talk to Republicans. And we're not going to hear any alternative views. But then he says this. Sort of surprised me.
Now, I spent some time working with Democrats, and I just interviewed Robert F. Kennedy. And I asked him the same question that I've asked every Democrat I've met in the last 5 years. When does the left go too far? And I believe this to be true, that none of the Democrats that I've spoken with were able to or willing to answer that question. Now, you made a comment.
I would believe that. Very few will. I would.
And so, when do you think the left goes too far? And
did you see what he did there?
What do you think if they are going too far?
So he asked Democrats, when does their side go too far? And now he's going to ask Pence, when do you think that side goes too far?
What's the appropriate response to that?
Well, look, I've been at this a while, but I never thought I'd live to see the day that socialism was the animating economic philosophy of one of America's two major political parties.
No, we had this after the Depression, which came soon after Calvin Coolidge's presidency. Theodore Roosevelt, Democrat, fixed the Great Depression with the help of adding some socialism in. And guess what? He got 4 terms. He's elected 4 times. We've had socialism ever since then. Social Security, the mail, fire department, universal health care, which is just the only decent thing to do. See, this is what he does. He bullshits like nobody before. Is Jordan going to be fair and balanced and ask this Republican, when does your side go too far? Because
we're a nation that was founded on the constitutional principles of a limited federal government, a free enterprise, free market, private property. All of those things have been a wellspring, along with our faith, our family, as a foundation of creating the strongest and freest, most prosperous nation in the.
Name a free market economy in the world that has not long since fallen apart, with poor people starving to death.
The history of the world, by far, Look, of advancing through critical race theory in our schools, literally teach.
There is none. This is an outright lie. Just a massive fail. Peterson has many blind spots, yeah. One of those things is vitamin C. Massive disappointment in Jordan. If there's anything Peterson has horrendous takes on, It's U.S. politics. Pence represents the swamp uniparty. Mike Pence, what an absolute joke. And look down here. I look forward to Dr. Peterson's interview of the main monkey business guy. And then look at the one reply. Let's talk. Well, there's chapters here. That could be helpful. Going into education there. Who controls? Parents should control it. Oh, unless they're wrong. Just more hypocrisy. We should skip that one. Choice. Yes, we'll skip that one. I said what I needed to say. Hate speech and the incitement of violence. Might as well check that one out.
Teaching our kids to judge their peers not by the content of their character, but by the color of their skin, the opposite of the vision of the...
No, that's some sick twisting going on there. It's just not taught in our schools. It's taught to faculty. The question no Republican ever answers is, what is critical race theory? They don't even know.
The left's effort to indoctrinate our kids about our history, and also this whole business of
According to the dictates of YouTube, apparently, we've both now engaged in hate speech and the incitement of violence. I'm sure we've broken the YouTube rules already in this discussion, so it'll be interesting to see